John D. Rockefeller, known as the Oil King, not only amassed a fortune in excess of $500 million, but also left behind a legacy of financial wisdom that remains relevant today. His success was not the result of chance, but rather of a series of rigorous principles and well-thought-out strategies that few know in depth. Throughout his life, Rockefeller demonstrated an exceptional ability to identify opportunities, manage risks, and maintain a strategic focus that allowed him to outperform his competitors and build an enduring empire. Throughout his life and career, Rockefeller sought not only to accumulate wealth, but also to ensure a lasting impact on the world. His financial principles, often underestimated or misunderstood, offer valuable lessons about investing, resource management, and entrepreneurship. From strategic discretion to the formation of key alliances, each of his rules reflects a combination of shrewdness, ethics, and forward thinking. Therefore, we will break down each of the 7 fundamental rules that Rockefeller applied to achieve financial freedom and business success. Get ready to delve into the secrets of his strategy and learn how these principles can be applied to transform your own approach to investing and financial management. From a young age, Rockefeller showed ambition and vision, starting out with risky jobs and investments. Despite initial failures, he persisted, investing in oil and founding Standard Oil, which became an empire just by applying these 7 rules. Rule 1. Personal evolution as the driving force of success. One of the most fascinating aspects of John D. Rockefeller's success, beyond his undeniable business acumen and ability to identify unique opportunities, was his unwavering dedication to constant improvement in every aspect of his life. Rockefeller did not limit himself to just succeeding in the business world, but adopted a philosophy of continuous personal evolution. This approach led him to not be satisfied with his achievements, but to always seek ways to improve himself, both professionally and personally. From an early age, Rockefeller understood that sustained success required not only business acumen, but also consistent discipline in daily life. He therefore devoted time to improving his character, becoming a more even-tempered and thoughtful person. He knew that a balanced temperament would allow him to face challenges with greater serenity, both in his personal life and in business. In the business field, Rockefeller was always looking to optimize his strategies. He was not one to settle for the established. He constantly explored new ways of operating, innovating in his processes and making his company more efficient. This approach led him to improve his company's machinery, refine kerosene production methods, and negotiate strategic agreements that consolidated his position as a market leader. At all times, he was open to learning from his mistakes and seeking the knowledge necessary to evolve. Furthermore, Rockefeller knew that health was a key component in his pursuit of excellence. He took diligent care of his physical well-being, knowing that a healthy mind requires an equally healthy body. He maintained a proper routine of exercise and rest to ensure that he was in optimal condition to make critical decisions. His thirst for knowledge was insatiable. Throughout his life, he devoted time to learning and expanding his knowledge in various areas. He understood that constant learning gave him a competitive advantage by allowing him to stay one step ahead in an ever-changing world. This approach to personal growth was instrumental in enabling Rockefeller to adapt to market fluctuations, make more informed decisions, and face obstacles with resilience. The first lesson we can draw from Rockefeller is that personal evolution and continuous improvement are essential components for success in any field of life. It doesn't matter if you are an entrepreneur, a student, or an athlete. There is always room to grow, learn, and improve. The road to success is full of challenges, but the key is to never stop in the pursuit of improvement. Rule 2. Balance boldness as a business strategy. Rockefeller was an iconic example of what it means to be bold in the business world. His aggressive and determined approach was one of the main reasons why he managed to turn Standard Oil into one of the most powerful companies of its time, establishing itself as a true monopoly in the oil industry. He had no qualms about implementing radical tactics, such as deliberately lowering the price of kerosene below its cost in order to drive his competitors out of the market. He also did not hesitate to negotiate secret deals with railway companies, which enabled him to obtain significantly lower rates than his rivals. However, while these practices gave him an undeniable advantage in his time, many of them would today be considered illegal or unethical under today's business regulations. Nevertheless, it is impossible to deny that Rockefeller's boldness and willingness to take calculated risks were fundamental to his success. But this is where the importance of balance comes in. While being bold can be a key quality in business, it is also necessary to act responsibly and ethically. Aggressiveness alone does not guarantee success, and in fact, can lead to negative consequences if not managed properly. The key is knowing when and how to act decisively, without crossing the lines of ethics or legality. Rockefeller, despite his aggressive approach, understood that true power would lie in knowing how to balance that boldness with integrity. It's not about destroying the competition at all costs or taking advantage of others. Rather, it's about identifying opportunities and making strategic decisions that drive the growth of your business without compromising your values or your company's reputation. The lesson here is clear. Boldness can be an extremely powerful tool, but it must be handled carefully. It is important to act with integrity, be transparent in your practices, and avoid falling into unfair or harmful tactics. In the long run, building a business based on solid principles will allow you to not only achieve success, but also maintain it sustainably. By doing this, you will not only ensure the growth of your company, but you will also gain the respect and trust of your customers, partners, and competitors. Rule 3. The importance of investing in your business. True success in the business world is not just about making quick, short-term profits, but about building a solid, long-lasting business. When the oil industry was just starting out, many investors preferred to make quick profits without committing too much capital due to market instability. However, John Rockefeller decided to follow a completely different tactic. Instead of focusing on immediate profits, he invested continuously in his business. He improved every key aspect of his company, from machinery to oil storage and transportation. This strategy of continuous investment and improvement was what positioned him as the undisputed leader in the sector and, over time, allowed him to absorb his competitors when the circumstances were more favorable. If you truly aspire to have a business that is not only profitable, but also sustainable in the long term, investing in it on an ongoing basis is essential. Challenges and uncertainty are an inherent part of the entrepreneurial journey, but by dedicating resources to constant improvement, you will be able to overcome obstacles and ensure long-term success. Now think about this. What are your short and long-term goals? Setting clear goals is crucial, as it will serve as a guide when making strategic investment decisions. What elements do you need to meet these objectives? You may need new machinery, a larger team, or perhaps you need to upgrade your infrastructure. Identifying these needs is the first step, but then you will need to prioritize those investments that offer the greatest return. Another important aspect is to evaluate how much you can invest and where that capital will come from. Make sure you plan at what specific times you will make those investments. A well-structured plan will allow you to manage your resources effectively. And don't forget to constantly review the performance of your investments. Are they generating the expected return? It is essential to monitor your results and, if necessary, adjust your strategy. Investing in your business requires commitment. But if you are willing to dedicate time, money, and effort, you will build a stable and prosperous company. If you find today's content interesting, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Let's continue. Rule 4. Surround yourself with talented people. An invaluable lesson we can learn from figures like John Rockefeller is that surrounding yourself with talented people is essential to achieving great things. Rockefeller once lost a court case against a skilled lawyer, but rather than seeing him as an adversary, he recognized the value of his talent and hired him for his own benefit. This kind of vision is what distinguishes great leaders, knowing how to identify the potential in others and joining forces to grow. The key here is to recognize that you don't need to surround yourself with people who think like you, but with individuals who bring something different to the table, who complement your skills and push you to improve. Identifying talent in others and knowing how to integrate it into your team can be the factor that leads you to success. Rule 5. Discretion as a strategic advantage in business. Rockefeller was not only notable for his business success, but also for his mastery of the art of discretion, a key quality in the consolidation of his empire. Despite his enormous wealth, he led a humble and reserved life, avoiding ostentation and excess. This approach not only reflected his character, but also offered him a strategic advantage. His discretion allowed him to stay out of the public eye and avoid distractions, helping him focus on his business goals without the pressure of outside attention. In the business world, Rockefeller's discretion shone even more brightly. He knew that revealing too much about his plans could give his competitors an advantage, so he kept his strategies secret. This ability to operate stealthily allowed him to make unexpected strategic moves, surprising his rivals and securing a competitive advantage. By keeping his deals and expansion secret, Rockefeller was able to negotiate advantageously and execute key operations without his competitors having the opportunity to react in time. Rockefeller's fundamental lesson is that in the business world, discretion is a powerful tool. Knowing when to speak up and when to keep quiet can protect your interests and give you an edge on the competition. In today's world, where overexposure and information overload are common, the ability to manage discretion effectively remains an essential strategic advantage and can make the difference between success and failure in any business environment. Rule 6. Cultivate strong relationships with financial institutions. Rockefeller not only had a keen business acumen, but was also extremely skilled at managing his relationships with banks. He recognized that a good relationship with financial institutions was crucial to the sustained growth of his business empire. He knew that having the backing of banks provided him with the capital necessary to finance his most ambitious projects and expand his company. How did he do it? First, Rockefeller made sure that he was a reliable client for the banks, always fulfilling his commitments and paying his loans on time. He also maintained fluid and honest communication with the bankers, sharing with them details about his business plans and financial situation. But he didn't limit himself to the professional. He also invested time in building personal relationships with them, getting to know them on an individual level and showing genuine interest in their concerns and needs. Thanks to this strategic approach, Rockefeller not only secured loans with favorable terms, but also gained the trust of banks to support his great initiatives. This lesson remains valid today. Establishing strong, trusting relationships with financial institutions can make a huge difference in the success of any enterprise. Rule 7. The importance of rigorous financial management. One of the common factors that unites successful entrepreneurs like John Rockefeller, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, and even Elon Musk is their ability to manage their expenses rigorously and efficiently. From his earliest days in business, Rockefeller was extremely careful with every penny he spent on his company. He constantly sought the best possible price and negotiated tirelessly to secure the best terms. This financial discipline not only allowed him to get better interest rates on his loans, but also helped him save on materials without compromising on quality. The small savings he achieved on each barrel of kerosene accumulated over time, turning into millions of dollars in additional profits over the years. Similarly, today, tycoons like Warren Buffett are known for their frugal lifestyle, despite their immense wealth. Buffett still lives in a modest home and prefers to drive an economical car. Jeff Bezos, for his part, has always looked for ways to cut costs at Amazon to improve the company's efficiency. Even Donald Trump, in his book The Art of the Deal, stresses the importance of carefully managing expenses in the construction industry, where small savings on materials can translate into huge profits. The lesson to be learned is clear. Careful expense management is key to financial success, regardless of the size of your business. Keeping a close eye on all your expenses, even the smallest ones, will help you spot opportunities to save. Before making any purchase, be sure to compare prices between different suppliers and don't hesitate to negotiate for better terms. By following these principles, you will be on your way to achieving your financial goals and building a strong and prosperous future. Are you interested in applying some of these rules? Let us know in the comments. If you liked today's video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next content. See you next time.